top and have that chance to get to the top in the brackets. But all these runners I just named, plus a lot of others in the 2-in-1 group, any of them could win this tournament.
And we are now underway as we are starting at the graveyard where they will get their blue candle.
And that's a great starting item. Obviously, they have to get that starting item in these flags because that's the starting item that replaces the wooden sword. So one is moving up, or they're both moving into vanilla level 6 right now. We are finding that you must bring us a shrubbery for 33 rupees.
That is right at the mean, Cyclone. Anywhere between 25 and 40 rupees, 32.5 is the mean. So a 33 rupee secret, that's right where you want to see that medium secret. So not bad at all.
Yep, that's right in the middle, so that's not too bad. Could be a lot worse than that, and I've seen a lot worse than that. So chessjerk is doing further. Well, actually, he's going back to the right now and following where RandomEffekt is. RandomEffekt is surely going to be checking the Armos locations up here, and I'm sure chessjerk is following right behind to do the same.
chessjerk was able to get a bomb drop, so he can do a little bit of exploration here. And that is going to be a Moblin has a bomb upgrade at Death Mountain. So we know that the white sword variety of the bombs plus is somewhere in Death Mountain. But look at this. Our Armor statue ring. Item is the jewelry. Yes, indeed, Cyclone. Red ring. What does it do?
Oh, it makes you super resistant to anything that could hit you. Basically, it causes your damage to be quarters. So that, let's just say that lovely 2-heart smack from Alino is now only half a heart.
Absolutely. The quad defense on that red ring to start things off. Yeah, that is a great find for both of these runners. And we have the Take Any Roads behind the vanilla blue ring shop. And one of them takes you to another Armos statue. Wow. In the southeastern section of Hyrule. Another one takes you to Monocle Rock. Let's see where the last one takes you to.
That's not bad.
Two of them are clustered together on the northwest. Two of them are clustered together on the east. C+.
Yeah, it could be worse, but even on the sides, even on the right side, on the east, they're still split apart top and bottom somewhat. So not as good, but not as bad as it could be. I've seen them right next to each other on both sides before.
By the way, that last Any Road, chat, you know what to do about that.
Let's hear it, chat.
Now, RandomEffekt going to head south. chessjerk finding some more money. Another medium secret for 33. RandomEffekt's going to find some money for 33 as well. So, both of them following each other's footsteps.
Yeah, it looks like chessjerk is... Oh, but I thought I was going to head to the Lost Woods. Maybe he still is, but he's checking the cave down here first. So is RandomEffekt. One rupee small secret.
Contest it. Don't spend it all in one place.
Last race I called, we had the exact same thing. 1 rupee small secret.
Runners continuing to follow each other, but a divergence of paths as we start level 5 here. RandomEffekt going to head north and find the small dorm here in the NSU room. chessjerk finding a bunch of blue Tektites. And a dark room that says Dig Dogger gazes in the dead woods. Wait just a moment here! No kidding, old man! That's where we are right now! Thanks for nothing!
Oh, nice, helpful, senile old men who, yeah, thanks for the hint to tell us how to come talk to you, dummy.
I know those are the trolliest hints, but I love seeing hints like that. Those are the best.
It reminds me of the, when you're up, and we're making a link to the past reference here, but when you're upstairs in Tower of Hera and it tells you, the big key to get up here is down in the basement of Tower of Hera. It's like, no kidding!
Yeah.
Same idea.
Yeah, no kidding, Sherlock. So, that potentially could be our item in level 5. And, well, tonight I dine on Octorok soup. We have found our bait block. Looks like bait not required to meet this sea.
I'd buy that for $1.
Big money! Big prizes! I love it! Here's a staircase. That is the transport. I wonder if that's going to take us to that single block room. Let's find out. And what do you know? It does. So that's the other half of that transport. So runners know they don't have to clear that House of Pancakes room.
Unless they want to, of course.
Well,
but who wants to?
Yeah, not really much of a benefit because the pancakes are in the no-drop group.
And RandomEffekt might be on his way out here, or is he? Nope, he is on his way out. And chessjerk right behind. They're actually following each other almost perfectly right now.
Let's see what they decide to take for Paz. Both of them are going to head for Vanilla Level 3's location, and we are going to find out that behind that door, at the same time, we have another secret worth 33 rupees. So we've already seen a few of the medium secrets. No door repair penalties, no larges yet. So both our runners have triple-digit rupees so far, and they're both going to head for the southwestern corner now. That's a good spot to check.
Yep, definitely a good spot to check. It's can be a little bit out of the way, especially with the Lost Woods. You have to come down this way to get down here. Otherwise, you get stuck in the Lost Woods. So they're going to get these out of the way while they're down here. 78 on the meat, if we were to need it. There was our door repair. I'm going to see what the amount was. It looks like it was about 15 rupees.
That's the minimum.
On the door repair.
Yep,
that's the minimum. Yep.
Good.
Not bad.
By the way, I'll tell you what's not good. That price of that bait is 78 rupees. That is the cheap bait, because the normal price is 60 rupees. So we rolled high on the cheap bait.
That looks like we don't need it anyway, so that's a good thing.
Right, exactly. We don't need the bait, but if we did need the bait, these runners would have to pony up quite a few rupees.
Well, with a cheap door repair, it's not that bad, but even so, it would still be unsavory, to say the least. Yeah, I made a food reference about food.
And there's 2 door repair penalties, and both of them finding it at the same time. These runners have been playing for 6 minutes, and they have been literally side by side the entire time.
Yeah, absolute almost perfect sync. And now it looks like chessjerk making a little bit of a divergence right now, going right and down, but they're still going to end up on the same screen, even with that difference.
I know, right? It's amazing. Now RandomEffekt going back into level 5 with 3 bombs in hand. chessjerk has no more bombs. Blue Darknut's in the overworld, so the good news is we're not going to see them in dungeons. That
is definitely good news. So chessjerk is checking a key. Oh, he found level 3, so we will have some new information here on chessjerk's side right now.
So RandomEffekt playing with the board name for the levels, and chessjerk playing with the zone. Board is one of the choices you can make. It's either the default level, board, or a random one. chessjerk, of course, chose the random one, and tonight it's zone.
Personally, I like layer.
Kind of wonder. I don't think I've seen all of them. I wonder how many different types there are.
I know of Asylum.
Sphere.
Chat, get him in here if you know him.
Act.
Realm.
Palace. Castle. I think House.
Temple.
Yep, there's a lot of them. Well, here's our item in level 3. chessjerk just found it. Blue Gurias, he goes around him, and he gets a heart container. As chessjerk would say, gotta have heart.
And that's not one of the random heart containers that you get out of the dungeons. That is the item heart container. So there is no item besides the heart containers in level 3.
Yep, that means the heart container is now out of the shuffle. We have found it, so any other heart containers we find, maybe in level 1 or 2, we'll know that is the dungeon's heart container, not the item.
Exactly. And chessjerk out of level 3 now, does not have the Triforce. He's okay with that for right now, because I guess he's determined he can't get to it right now. Probably not enough.
Blocks.
Yeah, he has some keys, so at least he has some keys for other dungeons too.
Yeah, ladder block, that tends to be a thing when it comes to getting all 8 Triforce pieces. When we had the Pentaforce tournament Cyclone, ladder blocks were a little less common than you normally see, but we're back to getting all 8 Triforces. Is that a Gibdo at start? Or not a Gibdo, but a Guinea? What? I've never seen that! I have never seen that before! I have never seen that before in my entire life, and I've called a lot of randomizer races. I have never, ever seen the Guinea spawn at start right there. That's amazing.
I had to go look at the replay to see what you were talking about, because I missed it. Oh my god. I want to say I've seen it once, but I'm probably just thinking something else. So, but yeah, that's not something I've seen very often, that is for sure. As RandomEffekt gets his heart from level 3, or more than 3.
By the way, Adaginos and some other people have confirmed it in chat. That only happens when your starting screen is right at the grave where the magical sword is. But I honestly don't know. In all of the commentary I've done, I don't know if I've ever seen a race start right there. So that could be the reason why I've never seen it.
That may be why. That would explain why I thought I might have seen it once. I think I've seen a race start at the graveyard before.
Alright, so another door repair penalty for RandomEffekt. chessjerk going to check Candle Row here. RandomEffekt going to head near start. Not very good
30
prices for bombs.
Oh my.
That was the same price as the last race, a 50% markup. There is a little bit of a discount, I believe a 4% discount on the blue ring at 240, but because these runners have the red ring, big deal.
chessjerk found one of the gambling districts in High Roll today, so we know that if he wishes to make money by chance, there is a way to make money by chance, but they likely won't be using it because it's far away from where they start, and it would be inconvenient to get to in terms of having to do it over and over to make sure you get a win. So I don't think that'll be utilized today.
Nah. Of course, if it's a poverty seed, we may see a different story here. We found out the price of wooden arrows, and that's been marked up too by 10%, 88 rupees for a set of wooden arrows.
Everything just more expensive. You know, that's inflation for you. Oh, look, this is the gambling district. We found the other one.
Yep, indeed, and wouldn't surprise me, as Chester's trying to screen scroll to get to the forgotten spot here, wouldn't surprise me if now Chester unfortunately struggling because those orange moblins are having their way with him, and now he's got a little bit of breathing room. There, he's got the screen scroll. Now we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's behind that forgotten spot here. And it's a good thing he's got that red ring. 1 heart you lose on orange dark nuts. He's only gonna lose a quarter of a heart. Behind the forgotten spot, we have another arrow shop.
Yep, more 88 rupee arrows. In case you weren't happy with the first one. The shopkeeper has a quick date with Impa. Okay.
What would the shopkeeper want to do with one of the 7 sages of Ocarina of Time?
Work out?
Good call. Good call.
Thank you.
I think that's a good answer. Yeah. Again, they're side by side as they give each other a high five and another high five as RandomEffekt's going to burn that bush down. He's going to find a money-making game. He's not going to play either, even with his low stash of 23 rupees.
I'm seeing a rumor in chat that chessjerk was the one who might have rolled this seed.
So if this is a poverty seed, we know whose fault it is.
Yep, exactly.
And another money-making game. So yeah, we've definitely found the casino district here in Hyrule.
And chessjerk is now in the desert of his own making. RandomEffekt finding one of the medicine shops, and now also in the desert.
Chester going to try this burn bush here south of the desert and another wooden arrow shop.
The game really wants you to buy their barked up wooden arrows today, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but these runners don't have enough cash at the moment.
Well, look, cash. 118!
118! It's a laws approved seed. You better believe it. But because of the small secret being only worth 1 rupee, I can't call it a big money seed. I'm going to call it an above average money seed.
Yeah, I think we concluded that obviously the 1 is the smallest it can be. 33 is about medium, and of course that large was quite large. So I would call it about a let's say a B. Yeah,
that's about right where I would rate it as well. So chessjerk finding another medium secret. RandomEffekt finding the good news that the large secret is above average at 118. Now chessjerk making a play for the coast here. And behind that bomb spot is the first bonus cave, 13.5 minutes in. And chessjerk will take another heart. He's up to 5 hearts. So he's got a 2 in 3 chance of picking up that bombs plus at Death Mountain if he can find it.
So far, the Take Any Cave is winning the hide and seek in today's Hyrule. So that's the first, as you said, of 4 of them. We'll see if the medicine shops come into play later, or whether one of them actually takes medicine from one of the Take Any Caves and forgoes the medicine shop completely. That will be an interesting determination that they might make later.
And we find out that all hail, the wooden boomerang is the ladder item on the coast, and we find the letter south of that. Chester will go ahead and pick it up.
Just as I talked about it.
Like I say, Cyclone, all you got to do is talk about it and the situation presents itself. Speaking of situations here, RandomEffekt has just found 33 rooms of pure horror in level 7.
And I bet you love it.
I bet you Redbird loves it. Another bonus. We love you, Redbird. Congratulations on your victory last night during your all boards, no swords run. chessjerk finds his second Take Any Cave, picks up the heart container. Now he's guaranteed to pick up the bombs plus at Death Mountain.
And RandomEffekt just found Lord Banana and suitably did not bow.
Ooh, some hints, and he's got plenty of money to purchase. Manhandla threatens with the heart container. Unfortunately, that is old news.
For both runners.
Correct. Behind the 41 is Dig Dogger. Gazes with the magical key.
Level 5.
Key. Yep.
And the last one is step over the water to reach the magic key.
That's kind of old news too, because we knew.
Yeah,
we knew that level 5 was ladder blocked, so that is one of those redundant hints. Now RandomEffekt's going to find that same hint shop. He'll know about the old news, but more importantly, he's going to know about the any key, which could come into play down the road.
And of course, these runners are going to be like, couldn't you give me an info about a different item rather than two about the same item? Like, that doesn't help me very much.
Well, that's old men for you in Zelda Randomizer. They like control. Here's a casino behind vanilla level 2 spot. chessjerk will not gamble with his 77 rupees.
Yeah, RandomEffekt is burning down the forest and being told not to touch it.
Yep, he'll lose 15 rupees. We found about 2/3 of the door repairs, so can't be too many left. There's another one on chessjerk's side.
Now, we must be getting near the end of him now. That means that I think there's still 2 big secrets out there, if I remember correctly. We're going to be able to keep a lot of those rupees for shopping and bomb upgrades and things like that if they find them.
That's correct. chessjerk finding level 2 here. There's going to be an item on the ground. Might be there right for the taking. You might have to full clear it. Might be consumed within an enemy. Hopefully, for these runners' sake, they'll have an easy time finding it. Of course, they only have the candle, so really not an effective weapon to clear rooms fast.
And chessjerk is trying to find the most economical way to get rid of some of these keys right now. Unfortunately, he is getting one at a time right now. That is not helping very much. He is hoping he finds a better weapon, maybe a red candle.
Got 3 keys on that candle shot right there. He's going to use the candle as opposed to using the bombs, because he wants to save his bombs for more difficult enemy sets. As RandomEffekt finds level 4.
So for a rare opportunity tonight, the runners are in different levels.
Yep, that's right. Unfortunately, chessjerk's excavation of that room proved to be fruitless. No drop.
And that's a ladder block right there, so he's looking for a bomb hole on the right, I think, and barring that. Actually, can there be bomb? There can't be.
No. We got a bomb drop from the Gibdos. Yeah, there is. That is not a ladder block. He's as far north as he can possibly be.
Yeah, he is. I realized that too, yeah.
Yep, so no ladder block. Ooh, chessjerk was trying for the 2-for-1, but unfortunately, that one Gibdo decided not to cooperate. One more bomb. Nice, but again, the excavation proves fruitless, as there's no drop in that room either, but that was a good clear nonetheless.
And there's the heart container. That was the dungeon heart, so we know there's still an item in here. Oh, Mugger.
Hi, Mugger. 1 extra
Bye,
bomb.
Mugger.
Yep, not going to spend the 1 bomb or the 49 rupees because there is a workaround, so that old man's going to be the one out of luck.
That's what you get for being greedy, old man. You don't get anything.
Good day, sir.
You lose.
So RandomEffekt level 4 trying to clear the last gel, but there's no drop, so a lot of excavation, but these runners have been coming up empty. Some fires now, a chance to bomb them down, maybe get a drop here in this turret room, or take it down with a candle. That works as well.
chessjerk found a key with that too, so he gets to continue and finds a room. Oh, yuck.
Ooh, 6 blue Lionels, each with 6 hit points, and more trouble in the room to the east.
Those Lionels could very well be blocking the item too, for all we know.
Quite possibly, you never know, as RandomEffekt finds a key behind that Dig Dogger room, but unfortunately he's going to be Dig Dogger blocked from the rest of level 4 because of how linear level 4 is. There is no other way around that Dig Dogger, so that confirms now the breadstick is required to beat this siege.
Oh my.
RandomEffekt
wasn't able to pick out that +2 bombs. That was the magical sword location, so there is still another one that he will be able to pick up somewhere.
Correct. Again, that one's at Deathbound. We haven't discovered the exact location yet, but you need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts to pick up that particular bomb upgrade. I don't think we're going to see these runners go back for it.
chessjerk is still exploring level 2, zone 2. He only has 1 bomb left, so he has to be careful if he decides to drop that somewhere. And I think he might have had enough here for right now.
He's looking at his map.
Right here.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spend. Doesn't want to spend the rest of his keys. Doesn't want to use that last bomb. You sort of can't fault him there, but now RandomEffekt is going to try his luck in level 2.
So it was a bit of a fruitless dive. Still not good weaponry. I don't think RandomEffekt has anything else really useful either for weaponry besides bombs and candle. So he's probably going to have a similar result. The question is, will he go north and clean out the rooms to the north? Right now, he is not.
RandomEffekt will pick up that heart container, so both of our runners at 7 hearts, essentially 28. As RandomEffekt finds the useless mugger room, he knows that there's a workaround to it. So again, the old man's out of luck. Nothing for you.
You lose. I said good day.
I could do Willy Wonka all day, but we got a Zelda Randomizer race to call here.
So chessjerk checking out the, I like to call this the coast spot, the observation spot, because the idea is, hey, you can actually see the, that's actually a screen, I think, in the vanilla Zelda one that tries to do some kind of a background to it.
chessjerk's now on level 4, and he's going to be discovering the bad news that this dungeon is recorder blocked.
He's backed by a Tektite. So yeah, they're both in the dungeons that each other has just explored. They're both going to find out that they are not very savory dungeons right now.
Yeah, there really hasn't been much savory about anything so far. I mean, other than the red ring, really hasn't been much these runners have discovered so far. We're almost 22 minutes in, and we haven't found much.
This might be a case where you have to clean out Death Mountain before you can do everything else. It's starting to look like one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. chessjerk going to keep on exploring level 4. Again, he will find out that he's going to be recorder blocked shortly.
Well, it wasn't yet, so you'll probably find out. I didn't catch which room it was, but probably about a room or two here.
Yeah, about a couple rooms from now, he'll find that dig dogger that's got the key there, and he'll find that shutter door, and he'll find that there's no way to get around it.
The worst feeling is walking into a room, seeing a dig dogger, and realizing I can't beat you.
Yep, chessjerk's going to find out the same thing here, is that he's going to try and proceed. I mean, he gets a clock, so he'll be able to clear that last fire, and he will get a key for his efforts. He's got 5 keys now, RandomEffekt 4. But yeah, chessjerk now knows the recorder is needed to progress any further in level 4. So it's starting to look like, Cyclone, we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned chain reaction seed where one item leads to another.
Yeah, those are the seeds that I think, and I'm just guessing here. I'm guessing a lot of others don't. Oh, hit shop. I'll stop with what I was saying. Gleok returns with the ladder.
So
that's
it's
level 8 ladder. Gleok returns with the book. So ladder and book.
Well, chat, you know what to do about that second item in 8.
Let's have it, chat.
Unfortunately, chessjerk doesn't have quite enough rupees to purchase that third hint. If there's some money here, unfortunately, it's the opposite of money. It's a bankrupt space, so chessjerk back to 0. I was going to say, if he finds another secret, he can go back to that hint shop and purchase that third hint. We'll see if chessjerk makes that play should he find some money soon.
So it will be interesting to see what level is the one that actually cracks this dungeon.
Hello! Chessjerk found the money. He's going to go back for that hint.
It'll be interesting to see which level cracks this open, though, because we have the absolutely linear seeds are the ones that I think, and I see this with the other randos as well. Runners tend to not like the seeds that are extremely linear because it becomes less a case of finding the right path and more a case of doing things the correct way as fast as possible, which is basically just like any other Nintendo game.
We now know that the last hint has to do with where RandomEffekt is right now, is that the Dongo has the power bracelet, so the item in level 2 is the power bracelet. We will see if it's required.
Well, I've already know one of them I think was not required. If that was the one of the Eddie Road locations. So that leaves, I think, 3 more.
Correct. There's two. There's 3 left in play. Yes, only the graveyard power bracelet is out of play, so there's still 3 potentials. Here's chessjerk finds some more money. That's the second of the 4 small secrets.
1 rupee.
Yep. Good thing that large secret covers all of those small secrets. Otherwise, we could have potentially been dealing with a poverty seed, as chessjerk is going to find the 3rd teeny tiny penny. Now, RandomEffekt, he's going to learn about the ladder being in level 8, the book, and, of course, level 2 having the power brace.
And he gets to do it all in one shot, so small time save there.
And chessjerk is able to up an A in time to avoid losing those 15 rupees. So just judging by what chessjerk did there, he's probably going to make the play to Death Mountain next.
I think so, because he was done in that area. He wanted to get the money saved and go to Death Mountain to see what he can do up there, because, like we said, there's not a lot else he can do. I think they can still explore the coast. I don't think they've done that yet. But other than that, there's not a lot left that's unexplored. Oh, there's level 9.
Great find there. It is nearby the Armo statue item, that red ring. So that's a big find there for chessjerk. I don't know if RandomEffekt stumbled upon that screen or not, but yeah, that's always great to find level 9.
I don't think he has yet. Unless Jack must have correct me, I don't think we have seen that yet.
I don't think we had seen it on either runner's side, so I would imagine RandomEffekt will discover it in due time. But it looks like chessjerk's going to head for Vanilla Levels 9's location, but RandomEffekt going to head for the Vanilla White Sword spot. I think that was where chessjerk might have been, as he's going to lose 15 rupees. Here's level 1!
I want to point out something RandomEffekt did quickly. So those who were watching RandomEffekt for a moment may have noticed that he was about to run into a dark nut. What he did is he turned around, used the candle, ran into the candle flame, and bounced over the dark nut with the invincibility from damage from the blue candle. So instead of taking damage from the dark nut, which is stronger damage, he took the hit from the candle and recoiled to the left instead of taking the dark nut damage and recoiling to the right, not being able to get through the dark nut. That got him over the dark nut, got him into the cave.
It's a great strategy. If you're low on health, yeah, that candle can save your bacon. And we have the bomb upgrade, unfortunately, very expensive at 120 rupees. That is about as high as it can be. Ranges anywhere between 75 and 125 rupees, with the payoff being anywhere between 2 and 6 extra bombs.
What was that about markup on everything in Hyrule?
Well, that is a 20% markup, because it's normally 100 rupees. Yeah, a lot of markups here.
These shopkeepers are greedy today. Remind me to remake Hyrule in a cheaper version.
Yeah, this is the wrong game show. We're trying to play Find the Bomb Hole, not Greed.
Yeah, we're playing Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, another game show. To answer a question in chat, Monster HP not randomized in the Swiss rounds. I think they get randomized later. Look at this!
Ooh.
Silver arrows for chessjerk, so he's got 1/3 of what he needs to defeat Ganon. So, if the bow happens to be in level 1, you know what that's considered, right, Cyclone?
A wombo combo?
Well, yes, but I was going to say it's the Kill Ganon care package if we have the bow and silver arrows in the same level.
Yep, it's definitely the Kill Ganon welcome pack, and getting both items at once in the same level. It can only happen in 1, 8, or 9, which RandomEffekt has just found, because those are the only dungeons that have 2 items. I think in Second Quest level 4 can have 2 items instead of level 1.
Correct.
So it's only in those levels that it can happen, and when it happens, it's like, oh, so all I can do is come here all along, and basically I'm good to go.
chessjerk clears the room of gels and gets the compass, so now he knows where the Triforce is here in level 1. Still looking for the item that is on the ground.
And we'll see if we can find out. He may have picked up, or we may have just not noticed it, but it is sometimes easy for it to just appear under his feet and we not catch it. So we'll have to keep an eye on whether he picked up something we didn't see as well. RandomEffekt is also checking it out right now as well.
Yep, so once again, back to following each other's footsteps almost 30 minutes in. Tell you what, I got a suggestion for that. What is it called when the wand and book are in the same level? How about blah? What is it called when the wand and book are in the same level? How about...
I'll go with blah.
What do you call it?
I'll go with blood, like you just said.
Oh, no. No, I was thinking it was more like the Harry Potter study guide or the Harry Potter care package or something like that. Alright, so still looking for the second item here. Chessjerk. Yep, he did the same thing. He used that candle to his advantage.
Yep.
Because those Gibdos do a half a heart of damage with the red ring. It's 2 hearts without any ring.
You'd see that around Lionels too if they're blocking the way. Like, they just enemies that are super strong will take off a lot of damage compared to that candle on a red red ring. It's not that much damage.
Well, this is a potential Y-Force situation here for Chessjerk. He's going to have to clear these room full of gels in order to get to that room to the east with that shutter door. But he's got to be careful that he's not standing right on the Triforce, and he's okay. So no Y-Force there. We go to the 5 loungers room. We got the breadstick. The Olive Garden breadstick has been found, and now Chessjerk and RandomEffekt, for that matter, can now complete level 4. Good find there for Chessjerk.
Hopefully RandomEffekt doesn't end up stepping on the Triforce and missing the chance to grab that recorder, because we know now in level 4 that is needed.
You are right.
Speaking of, we may get an opportunity to play Name That Tune very soon.
Yeah, that's right, because in this new version of Zelda Randomizer, you can randomize the song that the flute plays when you pick it up. And as an added bonus, at the end, you get to find out what that song is. If you really can't identify what that song is, and it's going to drive you crazy for the rest of this race, you'll get to find out at the end.
Yeah, it would drive me crazy, so, I'm glad to see that I have a reason to not be driven crazy.
The only thing that is missing from playing Name That Tune is either Tom Kennedy or Jim Lang.
Or that beautiful theme music.
Yeah. Chessjerk found the bombs, plus it happened to be in the potion shop next to Vanilla level 9. So with that, Chessjerk gets his bombs back, plus an extra 2 added to his fodder. He now has 10 bombs max.
Ooh, we have a clock on Chessjerk's side, so that'll freeze that moblin in its tracks, and it dies to fire.
Yep, sure does. RandomEffekt now knows where the Triforce is. If he just goes 1 room to the east of that, he'll get his recorder as well. Now, why is Chessjerk going back into level 1? Is he looking for the
I was just about to ask you that question. That was exactly what I was just about to ask you.
He must be looking for the heart container.
Maybe.
Or that's interesting, because Chessjerk has the Triforce, he has the recorder, he has the silver arrows. The only thing I can think of is he wants the heart container.
And that could be it, or he just forgot he picked up an item.
Ooh, the bomb upgrade, except there's a problem. He's still short.
Oh, that's right.
See, he
might have just realized that, too.
Yeah, he's a penny short now. He needs 1 more rupee to get that bomb upgrade. That's what he's going after, and it could be worth his while. We'll see if it comes into play. Chessjerk trying to farm some cash here. Nothing from the Lionels. Of course, it never fails, Cyclone. When you need 1 rupee, you can kill 20 enemies in a row and they give you nothing. Well, luckily...
Oh, there's the one.
Luckily, those ropes are in the money-dropping group, so there was a high probability Chessjerk was going to cash in there. And now...
Now, I think he picked up the 2 already on Death Mountain, so that means we're going to have from 10 to 14. Looks like a 4.
Standard bomb upgrade, so it is, again, a markup. 20 extra rupees for the same amount of bombs. I've seen worse bomb upgrades.
Today's High Roll brought to you by Big Business.
Or, what was it, capitalism?
That too.
Alright, moving on here is RandomEffekt still trying to find the other item in level 1, but unfortunately he's heading in the wrong direction. So, we still have a couple of levels we have yet to find. 6 and 8.
And they could very well be along the coast, maybe even in one of the raft spots.
Yeah, that raft, just think of that raft would be required, and the power bracelet. That would be something else. Alright, 34 minutes in, here's an item recap of what we know so far. Level 1 has the silver arrows and the recorder. Level 2, the power bracelet. Level 3, the heart container, as Chessjerk finds his 3rd Take Any Cave, picks up the heart container, it'll go up to 8 hearts. We don't know what is in level 4. Level 5 has the magical key. We haven't found 6. We don't know what's in 7. We have just found level 8, which has the ladder and the book. The Armo statue item was the red ring. The ladder item on the coast is Lord Banana. So no choice. Chessjerk has to start east.
Well, at least it's a pretty direct path to the ladder, isn't it?
B is a RandomEffekt gets the Triforce out of level 1. He also picked up the recorder before doing so, so he is done with level 1.
And there's the ladder right away. So like I said, very direct path to the ladder. You go north, you see you can't walk in, you go right, there it is.
Now, Chessjerk is done with level 8 for now. Interesting. He's going to save the Triforce for later.
I was
Wants to do more exploration.
I was going to say, there's no way he's going to the coast for Lord Banana.
No, he's going to do more Death Mountain exploration before he goes back into level 8. That's a smart move.
Yeah.
While it's still fresh on your mind, do the rest of the exploration in Hyrule as Chessjerk finds his final penny secret. Just don't spend it all in one place.
Well, with this markup, it doesn't surprise me we have a 1 penny secret.
It doesn't surprise me either, as RandomEffekt will purchase the marked up bombs. As Chessjerk going to check this spot, and he's going to find the final Take Any Cave, and he's going to pick up the heart container, so that puts him up to 9 hearts. So now if he wants potions, he'll have to show the letter to the potion merchants and pick up some potions. But the way this seed's been going, Cyclone, wouldn't surprise me if we saw like 50 for the Pepsi and like 85 for the Coke.
I was going to say 45 and 88.
88's the maximum price. No, it's not the maximum price. Or is it? Yeah, it is. It is the maximum price, 88. You're right.
Yeah, I was going with that because 45 times 2 is 50. There's 90, so that's why I was going with that.
Chessjerk gonna up an A, not go back into level 8, as RandomEffekt will find another bonus cave, pick up this heart container. He's now up to 8 hearts, so he's heading in the right direction of where level 8 is.
And he should come across it eventually because he has plenty of bombs. There it is.
Yep. Chessjerk not going back for the Triforce in level 8. I kind of am curious at that play because level 8 is just out of the way. You would think you'd want to clear that level before you move on, but Chessjerk must have some ideas. He's going to check the Quarter Lake and... Here's the logic
I have behind that thinking, if I can throw this in. He already picked up the one item he knows he wants out of that level. He doesn't want the other item, which is the book, so... He's more worried about getting things he needs to finish the game first. He will come back later when he's ready to finish the game to go looking for that Triforce, I think.
You're absolutely right, and guess what? He's going back to level 5. He knows that the magical key is here, which will give him unlimited keys, so I think you're absolutely right there, Cyclone. Yep. By the way, behind Recorder Lake was the final large secret, so well hidden there. You had to have the recorder to get the big money.
I didn't get to hear what the flute music was. Did you hear it?
No, I believe... No, because the music's on RandomEffekt side.
Oh, he was the one there. Yeah, we'll get to hear it eventually from him then, I'm sure. Because he has it too.
Now, RandomEffekt is going to explore level 8, try to find the Triforce and the ladder. He's found the staircase, but unfortunately, that's the wrong item he wanted to see. He'll duck out of there because book is practically useless in these flags.
I feel like he might have the ladder already because he couldn't get in. Oh shoot! I feel like he couldn't get in without it, so he must have already picked it up.
He very well might have, or he found a workaround.
If there was a bomb hole to the left, that might have been what he did. But I have a feeling he would have explored to the right first, would have found the ladder.
Could be. Chessjerk down to 1 key. See, this is where the any key was, or I mean the ladder, rather. RandomEffekt trying to find a breakaway. He does. He does a nice swordless block clip. He'll get his prize.
Big Dog gazes in the dead woods. No kidding.
Yeah, we had seen that earlier, and we kind of got a kick out of that.
Yep.
So, I tell you, if I was playing this seed, I'd have used the candle and burned the old man.
Yep.
I didn't like that.
That's the appropriate time to just do what I've seen. This is an anecdote to a previous race where someone defeated Ganon and then went north and was told, by the way, the beast is waiting here. And I would have done what he did there and just fired the boomerang at the guy about 100 times before moving on.
Yeah. Because there was a race where I seen that, he's like, No kidding, old man. He's already dead.
I made a clip of that. That was hilarious.
Now, chessjerk finds a single block room. If this is a push block, we know this is where the any key is because we already found the transport. chessjerk will use his bombs to take him down, and this is it. chessjerk's going to find his prize, the magical key.
Has to be the magic key. There it is.
It's a great time to find him when you're down to just one key. Now you have all the keys in the world.
So now he can do level it whatever he wants once he has the appropriate weaponry, which we're still, I think, looking for.
And RandomEffekt does the around the world screen scroll to pick up the almighty Lord Banana there. So I don't disagree with this pickup, even though it's 40 minutes in. We haven't seen much in terms of weaponry as chessjerk gets the Triforce out of level 5, and believe it or not, 40 minutes in.
I was just about to say that.
Pringle.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that's two Triforces of 40 minutes. This is going to be a lengthy one, it looks like.
Yeah, RandomEffekt, that's another weapon. The boomerang, whether it's the wooden boomerang or the magical boomerang, will stun most enemies in place, especially useful against dig doggers. chessjerk's now going to go back into level 3. Yeah, 41 minutes in, when all you have is a candle, yeah, you're going to pick up the boomerang. I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to pick it up.
I'm not against it. It lets you save some bombs when you're trying to fight tougher enemies.
Now, 1 potentially could be a 9 unless it's needed to complete one of the first 8 dungeons.
And I have seen it in 9. That's evil when that happens.
Very evil. Especially when you have to clear, like, a room full of 8 blue Wizrobes to get either Triforce pieces or items needed to complete the game.
The way I'm going to refer to it is Wand is the new Silver Arrows because, you know, you need to beat Ganon just like the Silver Arrows, so you might as well hide it in 9 before you find Ganon.
Now, Cyclone, that has to be one of the most poorest guarded Triforces I have ever seen. Because there was nothing in that room, but before that, there were 10 rupees just lying on the ground with a key to boot. I don't think I've ever seen a Triforce more poorly guarded than that.
What are you talking about? The rupees were intended to be a distraction. You weren't supposed to go see the Triforce.
I don't know about that. Let's chessjerk is not going to get distracted with that money-making game. The item in level 3 was the heart container. Both runners have it.
We have a music change over at chessjerk, it sounds like. And he really shouldn't have touched that.
That's probably the last door per penalty. It seems like we've seen all 9 of them. Potion prices, and not bad. Actually, a little bit of a discount. We've got 38 for the Pepsi, 62 for the Coke. The normal prices are 40 and 68, so not bad. RandomEffekt will get his any key.
The good news is that the medicine shops are regulated by the government of Hyrule, so that's usually regulated by the monarchy, so they can't really do much of a markup without, you know, triggering war from the people or something like that.
Oh my gosh, the price of fall packs of soda cans have really risen in the last few weeks. It's just gotten ridiculous. As RandomEffekt does get his Triforce out of level 5, so that's his second Triforce piece to chessjerk's 3, and now chessjerk in level 7, and is he going to try to find a bomb hole? Looks like it.
And
unsuccessful.
Fail.
So I'll have to go one of the sides in order to unlock the, do the pirouette to unlock the bomb hole. He wants to save one of his bombs, because all he has is 4 bombs. That ain't much to do level 7 exploration.
There's a successful bomb hole.
Yep. And if he would have went to the left and there was a bomb hole to the left, that would have been open as well. Of course, that's not the case for level 7's map. Unfortunately, this is not a pleasant room to take down when it's required. And chessjerk out.
Yep, not hanging around there very much.
Nah, you kind of can't blame him, because that is a lot of resources you need to take down those Gyptos. Each one has 7 hit points or 2 bombs. RandomEffekt back in level 4, and with the recorder in hand, and also the wooden boomerang, and it looks like he's getting ready for it. He's going to use it for those keys, those fires as well.
Yeah.
Love this strategy.
Definitely.
Yeah, I love this strategy here. He's going to get the bomb. He's going to get the recorder. He may go for double bombs. He may use the boomerang and name that tune.
Our tracker on top of that, making sure we got the recorder music game in there. So name that tune, everyone.
Alright, and with the boomerang, he's going to keep using it to good use, and he'll find a heart container. That's going to put him up to 9 hearts.
Oh, hello,
Look at that. Matching sets of Dodongos there for both RandomEffekt and chessjerk in separate levels. So now, looks like Chester's going to try to find both the Triforce and the item that's... Well, we don't know if the power bracelet's required, but given what we haven't found yet, level 6 is still at large, it very well could be required.
It could be. So we'll see in a little while when we finally find that level, whether that is the case, or whether we find a hint for it. And we found some bunnies in level 4, so that's not something we're very happy to see yet, because we still don't have that bow.
That bow could be anywhere at this point, including level 9.
It
and
could be.
Goma creeps near the desert. Goma creeps near the desert. You don't wait a minute. Didn't we check that power bracelet spot?
Check.
No, wait.
A minute.
That could
Is
be
the
power
one,
bracelet.
Hold on. Is the one south of the ferry considered near the desert?
I believe it is.
That could be it.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I am pretty sure that fairy fountain is considered near the desert. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It is, so that leads me to believe power bracelet required to get to level 6. So yeah, I can confirm. This is a chain reaction scene. But look at this!
Yes!
RandomEffekt finds the wand in level 4. chessjerk, unfortunately, 10 bombs, not enough to pick up that second bombs plus. But RandomEffekt finding the almighty wand, which is necessary to take down Ganon. But look at this, chessjerk gonna be right behind. We've got ourselves a race, folks.
And that wand deserves only one reaction. More power!
Oh yeah, that is more power for these runners indeed, because now they can do combat against enemies like Darknuts and Pole's Voices and Gibdos. Now we don't need our precious bombs to take them down. But unfortunately, we still need bombs to take down Wizrobes.
Yeah, the Wizrobes are the one enemy that just has to be like that really annoying kid in your class who is like, no, you can't do anything to me. You only can't do anything to me.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, nah, 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 you can't touch me.
Exactly.
Still looking for the Triforce here in level 4. It's a doozy to find. Where could that Tringle be?
I will say that it is in a random room somewhere located within the level, but we kind of knew that already, so...
Right, we haven't found the compass. And Chester's going to find out a hint about level 6's location, and yeah, this definitely leads us to believe, and in fact, I can confirm it. I'm pretty sure that these runners have checked all the spots surrounding it. Level 6 is behind the power bracelet spot south of the fairy fountain.
I think I'm ready to confirm that myself. I know they were all over the place there, so I'm wondering if the cave south of the power bracelet spot, where they checked that, I don't remember, but they have checked a lot of the areas near the desert, that is for sure.
Yeah, which also does confirm that Raft will not be required to beat the sea, because level 6 is the only level that we have not found yet.
And neither of the Raft spots actually is considered near the desert either, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, because I believe the one on the east is the coast, and I believe the one on level 4 is by a lake. Yeah,
that
somebody
makes
correct
sense.
me if I'm wrong there.
That makes sense.
RandomEffekt does find the Triforce out of level 4. chessjerk still needs to find the one. He's getting close. End up being a full clear for RandomEffekt, but that's typically how level 4 is, given how linear it is. RandomEffekt going back into level 2.
Board 2, fight!
chessjerk didn't find the Triforce or the item in level 2, so now we'll get an idea of what RandomEffekt could find here.
It's nice that RandomEffekt is now able to cross the moat to nowhere.
Yeah, we already knew that those rooms didn't have anything in there because chessjerk had cleared that previously.
RandomEffekt almost went to the right and then thought, oh wait, Mugger, don't go that way, so he went down instead.
Chessjerk just found the double block room, and he's going to get his one, and that's going to put him back in the running here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a ball game.
As tied in terms of Triforces, 3 apiece. So chessjerk will go ahead when he finds number 4, but RandomEffekt just found number 2. So when he comes back, gets that, he'll tie it right back up.
That's correct, but now he's looking for the power bracelet, which we now know is required to get to level 6.
It's kind of amazing thinking that both runners probably feel like they're behind a little bit because they've each only got 3 Triforces at this point. I'm sure they each know their opponent is probably having similar difficulty with the seed, but I don't think they realize how close this actually is at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. I think right now, at 50 minutes in, both these runners have to figure they're behind.
Yeah, and the reason for that being this is a 3-0 matchup. They both won every single match leading up to this point in this Swiss rounds of this tournament. So yeah, I guarantee they have no idea how close this is.
This could come down to level 9, the Great Equalizer itself. So stay tuned. I'd like to see this. I'd like to see this really come down to the wire.
I'm gonna say it is. It's gonna come down to level 9. I say it's gonna come down to level 9.
I agree with you, Cyclone. We'll see if that comes to fruition here as chessjerk finds another heart container. He's up to 11 hearts. That's a lot to have in a randomizer run. So he now has a 25% chance of picking up the second bombs plus if he decides to make that play. I still don't think he's going to make that play, but who knows?
Given that we're going to have to dig for that power bracelet, I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
Yeah, we'll see. Now, RandomEffekt's going to try to clear this room full of Lionels here, and that's not it. No Wallmasters. That's still not it anyways.
That was Zelda's room in level 4, by the way.
Yep, so Zelda was taken to level 9 by, I didn't see what enemies were in there, but something abducted Zelda as chessjerk gets the Triforce out of level 4, so that's going to be his 4th Triforce piece, but RandomEffekt going to be right behind, but he's going to take a lead briefly because he's going to get this power bracelet somewhere. Where is it?
Didn't we say it was... Yeah, let's say level 2. Yeah, RandomEffekt's going to find level 2, that's right.
Yeah, but where in level 2 is it? That's what we're trying to figure out. RandomEffekt still hasn't found it. Now he's going to try it. 11's enough!
See? I knew he was going to do it.
Wow, chessjerk's move pays off. He gets the other bombs plus, so now he's got 16 bombs max. And if somehow he finds the other bomb upgrade, he could have as many as 20 bombs.
I think he realized that with the race... or I should say with the seed this, let's say chaotic, that it could very well come down to level 9 if they were somewhere close. So maybe he just wanted to make sure he had the extra bombs for level 9 as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a full clear of level 2, and RandomEffekt still hasn't found the power bracelet.
Where is that thing?
This is like Finders Keepers, and the producers made it really tough.
RandomEffekt, I don't think cleared this room.
Well, we'll see.
But I think chessjerk did, so it wasn't in there.
No, it wasn't there. You're right. He didn't clear the room. Now, chessjerk's going to get the Triforce out of level 2, so that's going to be his 5th Triforce piece. He needs to go back in there to get the power bracelet.
He's going to the...
We found it! He found it. I didn't see where it was, but chessjerk found it.
Okay, I didn't see it either.
One room east of the Triforce. I honestly didn't see it. How did RandomEffekt miss it?
I wonder where it is.
He never cleared this room. I can understand why, because it had a lot of difficult enemies, but he's going to find it now, and he's going to facepalm himself. He gets the power bracelet, he'll get his Triforce, and chessjerk finding level 6 right as where we suspected.
Yep, there you go. So that worked out exactly as you thought it would. And RandomEffekt for sure feels like he's behind now after clearing the entire level. He could have found it halfway through, so I'm sure he absolutely feels like he's behind now.
Yeah, he's definitely behind. And look at this, an instant Triforce for chessjerk in level 6, but he's going to leave it behind for now, do a little bit more exploration, because, again, we're still looking for the bow. It could be in 6, it could be in 7, or it could be in 9.
Of course, the chat probably wants it in level 9, so we're going to go with that because I'm sure that's the case.
I'm sure some people would love it at 7. We found the item.
It's right
there
here.
it is! Wow! So with that, chessjerk is officially in Triforce and Go mode.
And no raft needed.
Absolutely. So with that, chessjerk is going to take the lead here in this match against RandomEffekt, and chessjerk will get that Triforce out of level 6. That's his 6th one, so now he just needs the Triforce in 7. And
RandomEffekt is right behind RandomEffekt is right behind in level 6.
Wow, and if he takes the right path, he's gonna find that this is a very pleasant level 6, one of the more pleasant ones you'll ever see.
He has not found the level 3 Triforce yet. Now, we have no idea where the level 7 Triforce is yet either, I don't think. That could still be something to find.
Well, so it could be anywhere, because level 7 is notorious for either being a very quick dungeon, which is very rare to be sure, or pretty much a full clear. chessjerk heading for level 7 next.
I thought you were going to go for the 33 rooms of pure torture line.
I already said that, but I can say it again. It's 33 rooms. It's 33 rooms of pure headache.
That too.
And RandomEffekt immediately finds his bow, so he's going to have a quick level 6 just like chessjerk. So at the moment, he stands a little bit more than 1 level behind chessjerk. We'll see how fast it takes chessjerk to find this Triforce here at level 7. He knows he does not need the item. There are only 3 items left in play, and we have the raft, we have the magical boomerang, and we have one final item. What is that item? Red candle.
And this could come down to chessjerk taking a certain turn in level 7 and RandomEffekt taking a different one and coming upon the Triforce before chessjerk. If that happens, that's a huge time gain that RandomEffekt needs to stay in this race. As it stands right now. Oh, you know what? Never mind what I just said.
Wow! Fast level 7 for chessjerk. He is in the driver's seat right now. He'll be heading to level 8 next, which is in the Death Mountain. Looks like RandomEffekt is also heading for level 7, so...
Yeah, missed another chance to play Name That Tune.
I know. That's why I stopped when I heard that tune. I didn't hear it. Dadgummit. RandomEffekt now has to get the Triforce in level 7, and wow, if RandomEffekt doesn't take a good path here, he could fall too far behind.
He's going the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, that's for sure.
This is what I said if they could take different routes, but if chessjerk had been on the wrong route and RandomEffekt was on the right route, this would be a much different race. Right now, it's starting to look like what I just said might not be coming true anymore. They could come down to level 9.
Well, it still could come down to level 8 as well, because level 8 is not exactly a small dungeon either. And who knows what could be guarding the Triforce.
RandomEffekt did explore more of level 8 already as well, so that's to his advantage.
Correct.
He can knock that part out.
Yeah, so you should have a faster close in level 8. You are right about that. Now, if we somehow find the other item in level 7, we'll have a full item recap for you. I don't think it's going to happen, but you never know.
8?
No, level 7. We know the other item in level 8. chessjerk just found it. He says, I don't want it. He was hoping that was the
sorry, we hadn't seen the item at all at level 7. You're right. Okay.
No. Heart container, though, for RandomEffekt, that'll put him up to 10 hearts. He is 1 heart away from picking up the magical sword variety of the bombs. If he were to make that play, which, again, I don't think he's going to.
And RandomEffekt did find the fast Triforce in 7, so that was about 5 rooms of pure pleasure.
Now, it's a little bit slower than chessjerk, but not much.
So there's only 1 Triforce behind, but again, RandomEffekt did explore part of Zone 8 already, and it'll be a quicker clear for him, but he also has to pick up the Triforce level 3, so we'll see what kind of level 9 we get today. If we get a level 9 that has absolute torture and pain for about 15 minutes of exploring, trying to find girl and pig, then this could come down to level 9 if RandomEffekt does it faster.
Golly, I was hoping that Triforce would be Goma block, but it was a blank. Now, RandomEffekt is back into level 3, so all he needs to do is find the poorly guarded Triforce. Remember, we found the Rupee boss before we found the room, so I think RandomEffekt is heading in the right direction.
chessjerk just experiencing the leg of many blue Marias.
Yeah, he's there. RandomEffekt will find his Triforce very, very fast. RandomEffekt's not out of it. He's making a charge here. Again, he has the exploration advantage in level 8, and it is Golem locked anyways! The Triforce, it wasn't the blue Goma, but it was the orange Goma, and now chessjerk has all 8 Tringles. He's ready to go into level 9. Wow, so
I don't
got my wish after all. I didn't either. Oh my goodness, so bow was required for a Triforce, power bracelet was required, recorder was required, man, the ladder was required, of course. Man, the only thing that wasn't required was that wrap. This could have been the ultimate chain reaction seed, but it's still a pretty darn good one. Alright, we're in level 9. Why don't you go over it, Cyclone? What are we looking for?
Well, after all that chaos we've already seen, it's actually a very simple procedure, what we're looking for in level 9. 2 things. Pig and girl. Pig, you want to listen for him roaring. If you hear him roaring, he's close. If you hear him roaring in another room, you know exactly where he is. If you hear him roaring through Patras, that's a little harder, but you can still figure it out. Other thing we're looking for is girl. You see a locked shutter door? Did it open when the enemies were cleared? No? There's your girl. Already beat Ganon? Found a shutter door that opened with enemies in the room? Go finish the game, she's there.
Unless, of course, she's in, like, a shoot room or something.
Yeah, and then you can scream bloody murder at the fact that she hid in such a room.
Oh, Zelda loves to be a troll. I mean, she is the world-class hide-and-seek runner for a reason here, as RandomEffekt is in level 8. Now, he's getting relatively close. If he goes to the south, he will find all those Gomas. That is a I don't know if it's 4-headed. It's at least 2 heads, obviously. That was a Gliak. Yeah, the thing about Patras, as you were mentioning, is they love to mask Ganon's roar. What's that?
Did you see that hint?
Gliak lurks in Death Mountain.
Gliak returns on Death Mountain, and he's in that level.
That's twice! That's twice! That's twice the old man has done that. I didn't realize that. It's amazing. Uh-oh. Look at this. The shutter door did not open. That is where Zelda is.
Hi, Zelda. We'll be back.
Yep. And hey, there's the wrap to level 9. Yep,
that's
which we obviously don't need. Yep. So we're down to 2 items.
So the only way that raft could have been required is if one of those levels was on a raft spot. Actually, no, that wouldn't have worked. Never mind.
Could have been a double dip, though. Well, yeah, you're right. It would have been impossible.
Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to get to it, no.
Nope. The only thing that could have been, well, again, we're not dealing with white sword item as items. It's bombs upgrade as white sword items. Let's say the white sword item was, I don't know, the bow, just for an example. In that case, the rat could be required, not for a dungeon, but to get the white sword item needed to beat the game. That's not the case in these flags, but it could come into play at any time.
It could.
Unfortunately, RandomEffekt taking a lot of time trying to find that Triforce in level 8. The longer it takes, the more chance chessjerk has of perhaps solving this puzzle. All he needs to do is find the beast.
Well, there's a Patras, so, next.
And it's not a stealth staircase. He's able to bomb to the left, so he'll be able to keep on going. I haven't heard the roar of the pig just yet.
Unless it was masked by that Patras, otherwise no. There's the pig's room.
But he got abducted by 4 keys and some spike traps, as RandomEffekt does find his Triforce, so now he's ready to go into level 9. He's going to be about 3.5, 4 minutes behind chessjerk. chessjerk's entry time was 60 minutes and 2 seconds.
Now, chessjerk has not been on the much of the left of the level yet, I believe, so if RandomEffekt ends up there and finds the pig there first, that could be a huge advantage for him, but he will still have to find the girl up in the northeast in order to actually complete the whole puzzle and finish the game.
Right you are, and it's exactly 3.5 minutes of a deficit that RandomEffekt is going to have to make up in order to win against chessjerk. But chessjerk, all he has to do is find the pig.
So this is where we stand. chessjerk knows where the girl is. He does not know where the girl's breakfast is, as he gets liked by a like because they like him so much. So he just has to find the pig.
Oh, but look at this! Beast awaits at southwest of Skull. What a hint there for chessjerk. That's one of the 3 potential hints there, and chessjerk couldn't have found a better old man than that one. Finally, a helpful... That was the one. That was the first really helpful thing we've seen in this seed.
So yeah, if chessjerk finds that pig's location, there's the wrap for RandomEffekt. If he finds a pig's location before RandomEffekt gets both locations found himself, then he is clear to win this game and win this seed and be one of our 3 runners in this Swiss round to go 4-0. So
that's right.
That's where we stand right now.
Chessjerk up in A because those bomb holes didn't pop up in that area, so Chessjerk's hoping to find a workaround. Silver to kill the V-Slice elsewhere. Yeah.
Thank you, old man. We appreciate that.
So there's one more old man left. It could be the hint to where Zelda is, what's guarding the compass, or it could be a mugger room. We've only seen one of those. I hear
a pig. It's not this room.
It's either the room
bomb
to the
left
east
or right,
or the room to the lest. He's going to try to bomb to the west, and nothing. How about to the east? No, he knows where it is. It's to the west.
He must. Maybe it was there above the patch, or maybe he heard it.
We know where Ganon is. Chester's just trying to find the way to his room. They'll have to clear this room and try and find a workaround to the south.
RandomEffekt is
RandomEffekt also in the same room. Yes, and he's very close.
He's trying a different route.
You are correct. But Chester can't bomb to the left again. Wow, this pig's being elusive for Chester.
I need to point out, RandomEffekt I don't think has been where the girl is yet. There's the mugger.
There's the... Yeah, that's the last one. He'll spend his money. He doesn't really need it. So back to where we were at the start of this race, where these runners are following each other's footsteps. RandomEffekt, I'm getting indication, knows where Zelda is. It's a race to the pig, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats, but watch out, RandomEffekt. Down to 1 heart.
Chessjerk might have concluded it's the magic staircase.
Very well could be, as Chester's going to take it. Ooh! Is it the right one, though? No. Wow, what a race here. What a race!
And RandomEffekt bomb right, that might be the one.
No, he's figuring it's not there. He's trying to find another workaround. Maybe this is where he can bomb to the right. No! Oh my god, what a race here.
It might be a staircase.
This is the great equalizer, perhaps, coming to fruition.
Here's a doorway. Here's a doorway. There's a shutter north.
Maybe he has to clear these orange lamolas, the danger noodles, to get to Ganon's room. I think he may have found the path here. And ladies and gentlemen, here's Ganon. We're looking for 8 hits with the wand. A Hyrule Driver will cost him 1 heart. He's looking for the stunlock. Very difficult to do in the NSU room, though. There's 2. Unfortunately, getting the right teleport. 3, 4, 5.
He's got it.
7, 8. Down goes Ganon.
He did that well.
Yes, he did.
That well for an NSU room.
That's a difficult fight there. He'll get the Triforce of Power. And ladies and gentlemen, the great equalizer strikes again. RandomEffekt is going to steal it away from Chessjerk.
But he has to find the girl first.
I thought he knew where the girl was.
I don't think he does, unless I didn't catch it.
Well, everybody in chat saying he knows where the girl is.
Oh!
Red candles in 9. We can complete our item inventory.
You want to do that? Actually, you know what? You're not going to have time to do that. Because there's a shutter door. They're both there!
Whoa!
They're both there! Oh, that's a different shutter. Okay.
Wrong one.
I thought they were both in the same room for a second. I almost had a heart attack.
You gotta remember, Chessjerk still has to find the path to Ganon.
He did.
That was a good bluff there. I would have lost a lot of money if we were playing poker. But get your GGs out for RandomEffekt. He has finished the race in first place and goes to 4-0 in the Swiss rounds. Great comeback there for RandomEffekt.
Oh, I thought they were. I actually forgot that Chessjerk hadn't killed Ganon yet. I thought that was literally a tie coming up. Wow.
If he had killed Ganon and they were in the same room, we could have had a tie.
It could have been.
And we've never had a tie before in Zelda Randomizer tournament play. That would have been something. The recorder tune was Frog from Chrono Trigger, a Super NES game. I never would have gotten it because I'm not into RPGs, so I'd have been stumped.
So if you got that tune, if I didn't look at the guesses, but if you got that tune in chat, congratulations, you win nothing.
Good day, sir.
Please enjoy your nothing. The good news is you can't run out of nothing because there's always a plentiful supply of nothing, so you can always have more nothing.
Oh yeah, speaking of nothing, as chessjerk is going to take down this patch right here, it kind of reminds me of that one scene in The Sandlot, you know, the s'more scene where he says, "Would you like some more? How can I have some more of nothing when I haven't had anything? So how can I have some more of nothing? You're killing me, s'more."
Anyway, RandomEffekt is going to be joining us. I see him in the setup room right now. I'm going to assume he's being mic checked there, and I think he just joined us. RandomEffekt, GG.
Hey, thanks.
Congratulations. Guess what? The great equalizer struck in your favor. You came from behind. You were 3.5 minutes down coming into level 9. Both of you knew where Zelda was. Both of you knew where Ganon was, but it required that magical staircase, and you, my friend, found it.
Oh, I didn't take any stairs.
You didn't take any stairs.
I went up and around.
I thought it was a weird
path.
I thought it might be, but he found a direct path. There were just no bomb holes into it.
Yeah, I had to go 4 rooms north to bomb to the left.
So
I had,
it was one of those
one bomb at the end.
So RandomEffekt, was one of those snake-like paths to get to the room. We've seen that happen from time to time.
You're going to see that from chessjerk right now. It starts with the mugger. So now he's going to go south. He's going to find his way to Ganon from here. I think he goes south about 3 rooms, then he can go to the right. And, well, he has to go through the left first, I guess. Get to use the medicine here. But yeah, now he's on the path again. This is the path.
Yeah, I got blocked out of a lot of things. I was very nervous that my... Hold on, let me look here. My second Triforce was at 42 minutes. Yeah. And I finished at 1:08. So I was cranking the wheels there.
chessjerk was pretty close. He had it about 40 minutes, I think, a second Triforce.
Yeah, I don't know his ordering, of course, but I feel like I didn't play badly. I felt like I was doing kind of what I could with what I was given, and you just had to go, and you had to do 1 and 8 before doing 4, and you had to do, before finishing 8, you needed the bow out of 6, which means you needed the power bracelet out of 2. So it was a kind of a right order seed you needed to do here.
Yep,
it was a pretty extravagant chain reaction seed, to say the least.
And by the way, I'm going to interrupt you for a second here, as chessjerk has just taken out the red danger noodles, danger noodles, and ladies and gentlemen, for the second time tonight, here's Ganon.
Here's Ganon. All right, let's see how chessjerk does. He's got full health, should not be a problem. The NSU room, of course, not the easiest of places to have a Ganon fight. Unfortunately, chessjerk didn't pick the correct path. He teleported left, and he's teleporting left again. There's 3, 4,
there we go. Got
5.
Oh, lost
it. Not quite. Did lose it there. 6. Now he's teleporting left again. 7. And just teleports left one more time, but down goes the
There he goes.
We've got Bacon, another Triforce of Power. So chessjerk will complete the seed roughly 5 minutes or so behind your RandomEffekt, but
he should just up and out of here because that's a dead end.
Yep.
There he goes.
My goodness gracious. I'll tell you what, you guys for the longest of time couldn't stop following each other. It was amazing. You guys were back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. The race was close the entire way.
Yeah, there really wasn't. Sorry, there really wasn't much like different we could have done. Like it really was a pretty planned seed, kind of where we started versus probably what we found and what we decided to do. I mean, I don't think I did anything that was really unusual, really, throughout the seed.
So we can actually confirm that chessjerk has now finished. I'll get his time. He finished with an official time of 1:13:08. Get your GGs in chat for him. At one point, you were actually, I think you each separately found level 2, level 4. It was the first case where we thought we had divergence between the two of you because you were following each other all the way to that point. Then after you both found each level blocked, you just changed levels and went in the other level.
I mean, that makes sense. I could have. I made a big. I hate going back to levels that you've already done like quite a bit of, and that's what I did in 2. I spent too much time in 2. I just forgot that one-off room that I thought I had looked at, but apparently didn't, and so I was getting a little mixed up in that. And that was basically my only sort of oops moment throughout the whole race. Probably cost me, I don't know, at least 5-6 minutes in level 2 for no reason.
And chessjerk is with us now. GG, chessjerk.
Thank you very much. GG, Random.
GG.
I must say, It was a very, very close race throughout the entire time. I mean, it was back and forth, back and forth. You guys, for a long time, kept following each other's footsteps. I mean, it was pretty much level for level, step for step, screen for screen. I mean, it was an amazing race. Ultimately, you got to level 9 first by about 3.5 minutes, but unfortunately, as the Great Equalizer does best, it got the better of you this time because Ganon, the convoluted path to get there, and that ended up being the difference.
As far as I know, that unless there's another staircase I missed, that was literally the only way. And I bombed every other wall, and none of them worked. Very.
I did not use a staircase to get to Ganon.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go. I actually wanted to go check, but at that point, it doesn't really matter.
So, from the room, you could hear him from the right. So you walk left from start, and then I think maybe it's like 4 rooms over to the left or 1 room up from that. You could hear him. You had to go like 4 rooms up, and then finally you could bomb left, and then you could go down, left, down, 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 right, up. Like it was a kind of a weird way. That's
literally the only path I found.
I had 1 bomb at the end. I think I had a lot of bombs going into that level 9. I think I had full bombs, and then I ended up with like 1 left over with all that path. I thought maybe. So, did you take a staircase, like after you found Zelda, or did you?
No, I ended up taking. I found both items and took 5 staircases, and none of them took me anywhere near the path. So there's still one more out there somewhere.
I found the raft. That's all. I found the raft, and then I up and A'd because I was like, I'm not going to go through any of these.
Oddly enough, the red candle was right next to the raft.
Oh, that makes sense. So that was my A staircase, the one right below it.
By the way, I am filling in the rest of the puzzle because I never got around to because you guys were finishing. The last item, the magical boomerang, by process of elimination, is where, gentlemen?
Level 7.
You got it.
How about that level 6, though, baby?
That was a nice find, to say the least.
Yeah, this seed, we were talking before you got in here, this was... I mean, we were both getting the same blocks. My second Triforce is at 43 minutes, basically just because I was going around doing nothing for quite a while until I got some hints, and I was like, all right, I probably shouldn't be doing. I know 2 is a hard dungeon that I need more offensive power. 4 is definitely recorder blocked. I know that the ladder is in 8, which I need it for 5. For the Triforce and the item, which is the any key. So let's go find 8. Like that was my plan. After I did 1, of course, I actually did all of 1, but my plan was to get to 8 as quickly as possible, and sort of worked out.
It does sound like you literally did the exact same thing I did.
Yeah, there really wasn't much more to do. Like,
yeah,
the
sea really forced you to go a certain path. Otherwise, you were not going to get very far very fast.
Yeah, you did that a lot this sea between the 2 of you. You really did.
Unless you just decided magically to do Death Mountain early and stumbled upon level 8 in the ladder immediately, then you didn't have to go. You didn't have to double dip 5 like I did. You wouldn't have had to. Well, you still needed the ladder and the recorder, but with the recorder and the ladder, you could have finished 4. 4 was also ladder blocked.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, there was a Chevy right above the Dig Dogger.
But you wouldn't have been able to finish 8 because 8 needed the bow, which was in 6, which you needed the power bracelet at 2 to get to. It's just.
It's amazing that we finished the seed as fast as we did.
Yeah, I got to tell you, chessjerk and RandomEffekt, between the 2 of you, 40 minutes in, you had a grand total of 3 Triforce pieces.
That sounds about right.
Nice. Yeah, me and CJ always have some really good races. This is the first tournament race that I've bested you in. He's beaten me in every single other one, so you're still on top in the long run. But we always have some pretty good races.
Oh, we sure do. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And both of you, of course, very familiar with coming out of the Swiss rounds with a perfect record, so it's only fitting that we had 2 competitors who have both had a clean sheet going into the bracket stages face off against each other, and it's kind of a shame that one of you had to lose because you are both really amazing runners at this game.
Thank you very much.
And just a quick note as well, I actually found out both Bellamore, too, as our tracker, and myself are apparently on the crew for another race coming up at midnight over on Speed Gaming 2. That's literally in 2 minutes from now, so this is not over for Zelda tonight either. We're gonna have another race between Malagord and Rooslugs happening on that channel in just a couple minutes here. So make sure to come over to that channel too.
Well, let's just go over there.
Yeah, we should just head over there.
So I think we'll go ahead and wrap things up. GG to both of you. Congratulations on a very successful Swiss rounds here. You guys are definitely going to be dangerous threats when we get to the bracket stages.
I'll see you in the brackets.
I'll see you in the brackets. Hey, enjoy. I'm actually really happy with the 4-0 here. So sort of the middle-ish of the pack is still really stacked as far as the bracket goes.
I know, but I got to tell you, RandomEffekt, the field you had to defeat to get to 4-0, pretty darn amazing. Adaginos, Liquid Husband, Fred the Creator himself, and chessjerk. I mean, that is quite the gauntlet to get through to get to 4-0. So congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Any final questions or thoughts before we wrap things up, Cyclone?
Nope. I'm going to head over the other race. So I'm going to let you go ahead and do the wrap. But I want to say to everyone here, follow Speed Gaming 2 through 6. Come over to Speed Gaming 2 right after this. We'll host over to it. And you can watch the race I just mentioned coming up there. And we're going to start that race in literally just a couple minutes there. I was just setting up while you were interviewing, actually. So I'll be ready to go over there in a couple minutes myself, and we're looking forward to that being a good race.
Sounds good. You have fun with that, Cyclone. So,
yep.
Again...
Thank you for joining us, everyone, and you go ahead and wrap up.
You got it. So, great race tonight between RandomEffekt and chessjerk. They really gave it their all tonight, and it came down to the wire. As we expected, level 9, the great equalizer, coming through for RandomEffekt. He is the winner. He goes to 4-0. chessjerk is 3-1. But again, all of our runners making it to the bracket stages. Both of these runners are going to be very dangerous when we get to that part of the tournament. So that's all for us here on Speed Gaming 3. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. On behalf of our two runners, RandomEffekt and chessjerk, make sure you give them both a follow. On behalf of everybody here on the Speed Gaming family of networks, for our tracker, Bellamorte79, and for my commentator partner, Cyclone GU, who is about to do commentary in the next race, Malagord versus Rooslugs on Speed Gaming 2. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have yourselves a great evening, and we will see you next time. So long, everybody.